We all see active shooter incidents on the news, while the odds of you being involved is extremely rare. It is the goal of this training not to scare you, but rather ensure each one of you walks away with the mindset that a plan is necessary to survive this type of event. To begin with, realize that an active shooter event, sometimes called active threat, is any situation in which a person uses a weapon to cause harm. Active threats are different from robberies, burglaries, or shoplifting incidents, as these situations involve someone wanting to take something such as cash or merchandise, but not necessarily intending to cause harm. In an active threat situation, the person's sole intent is to harm someone or even many people. In the interest of personal safety, we all need to be prepared in case an active shooter ever happens. This means having a plan. But to be successful, it is important that you visualize your plan and revisit this plan often to create muscle memory, making it more likely that you will react instinctively should a dangerous event occur. Start by practicing situational awareness. This means being aware of your surroundings. At work, it means knowing your store, its layout, where the exits are, and thinking about escape routes and potential hiding places. Hiding places you may need if an active threat ever happens in or near your store. To mentally prepare yourself for an active threat, think through your options for an escape plan or hiding place in your store now. Keep this plan in mind and practice carrying it out by thinking through what you would do if an active threat ever occurred in your store. This will increase your awareness and help you to be mentally ready. Also, as you mentally prepare, you need to be aware that it is common for people to initially freeze when they realize an event like this is happening around them. This is a natural, normal response that can occur. And by knowing this might happen to you or to someone near you, it can help you recognize it and overcome it faster if it does. Next, know your options. You may have heard the terms run, hide, fight when it comes to active threats. Realize the option you choose depends upon where the event is happening. You will need to quickly assess which option works best for you in your specific situation. Your ultimate goal is to get away from danger. If you hear gunfire, yelling, or threats, do not go investigate. Do not look out a window or door to see what is going on outside. That puts you in danger. You should always try to go in the opposite direction of the threat if possible, and if it is safe to do so. But sometimes it is not safe to move. Let's look at your options. Run if the threat is in the vicinity and there is an escape path that will take you away from danger. Escape is always the best option if it can be done safely and your path takes you away from harm. If you are going to run, remember, have an escape route and plan in mind. Leave your belongings behind. Evacuate regardless of whether others agree to follow. Help others escape if possible. Do not attempt to move wounded people, and prevent others from entering an area where the active shooter may be. Keep your hands visible. Call 911 when you are safe. Hide if it is not possible to evacuate safely. Find a hiding spot that will cover or conceal you from harm. Something you can hide under, behind, or someplace you can hide in. If you can get to a safe room away from windows, blockade the door if possible. Turn off the lights and silence your cell phone, including the vibrate mode. Remain low, hidden, and silent until the police tell you it is safe. If the threat is coming directly at you and you cannot run or hide, there is no other choice but to fight. If your life is in imminent danger, when you are at immediate risk of death or serious harm, you should use every means necessary to fight back as if your life depends on it, because it does. If you can find something that will work as a weapon, use it. If you're not alone, work with others to stop the attacker. In any active threat situation, calling law enforcement is an important step, but only when it is safe. If you're hiding, you do not want the attacker to hear you. As soon as it is safe, call 911. When calling 911, you will want to provide as much information as possible, including location of active shooter, number of shooters, physical description of shooters, number and type of weapons held by shooters, number of potential victims at the location. When law enforcement arrives, understand their priority will be to stop the threat first, then help the injured. You should support law enforcement by remaining calm, following instructions, and keeping your hands visible. Put down any items in your hand. Raise your hands and spread your fingers. Avoid any quick movements toward officers, such as holding on to them for safety. Try to avoid pointing, screaming, or yelling. Again, remain calm. Do not stop to ask officers for help or direction when evacuating. Seek safety and allow law enforcement to identify and question witnesses. Do not leave the area until law enforcement authorities have instructed you to do so. Active threats are rare, and we hope one never happens at stage stores. But if there is even a remote possibility of an active threat, we are counting on all of our associates to keep safety the #1 priority. That means you need to know your store, and if something does not seem right, speak up. Be alert, aware, and vigilant. Report any behavior or circumstance that may indicate a present or future active threat. You can make a report directly to the store leadership or call the confidential hotline and remain anonymous if you prefer. The important thing is to speak up. So simply put, if you see something, say something. It could save your life.